same time. Okay.
But you got to put the
I only got
background
two.
up before you went go live.
You told me to go live because it was good stuff in there to do that. So I stopped and went live. You better make up your mind, okay? Right now you're confusing me, and that's crimes against senior
Okay.
citizens. So don't do
Anyway, I
that.
was saying, remember with Ross is reduced rate, so I'm not surprised it's $45 at Best Buy because and a different price at Ross because that's the whole point is you're buying the same item, not at the regular price. That's the whole point.
Listen, Best Buy lost their
They
damn
get
mind. A
they get
triple the amount of price
they're
for the same
not
damn
no
line.
Ross is doing a good job of discounting it. That's actually how much they're worth.
Woo!
Yeah, that's how much
I
selfie
gotta
likes are
hold on to
worth.
these
It's
selfie
not
likes
that
for my dear life.
between Ross and Five Below, they got you messed up.
They
That phone
do.
stand you got is like $60 originally.
Not me. Not me. Not
No,
me,
I mean
baby.
they got
Not
sneakers in
me.
Ross that are worth like $150 for 50, 60.
I would just like to say let's switch. Go ahead and show our graphics because we definitely we could be more polar
Chat
opposite.
was trying to make me like a movie cover. It's showing
Yes.
the real leader brain doing all types of acts of kindness. They hugging a little girl, they high fiving, they dapping up a little disabled dude, they helping old people and women.
Yeah.
They got
We
diversity
chat
and
got that.
inclusion.
Yes.
They got a Muslim woman. They got two a construction dude talking to a regular dude. We just got one big happy family over here.
You
The
do.
real leader brain
That
is
part.
just in the community. The
All right.
real leader
It is.
brain is in the community. Go ahead.
Yes. And mine is over there solo dolo. Good morning, Lola. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time. Let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with 3 emotionally regulated breaths. I'm going to count you in descending order in a 3, 2, 1 fashion, and then you are going to inhale and inhale and exhale. Let's get this neural party started. 3, 2, 1. All right, good job today, Nola. Let's go ahead and come back on camera. Hello, it is me, the amazing Dr. Donna Louise Thomas-Rodgers, daughter of Leslie Darnell Thomas, granddaughter of Arthur Jethro Evelyn II, and great granddaughter of Levi Thomas. Take everything I said and add Harvey Rogers in there, and now you got Nola Monique Rogers. That part. We are happy to be here today. Today is number 801 consecutively live days for me for OI. And we are talking about the principle of real leadership. Treat people with dignity and respect. Today is Friday. So this is real life with the amazing Nola and the amazing Dr. Donna. Now, treat people with dignity and respect. This came about because I have not always, happy Friday, Bridget. I have not always been treated with dignity and respect. And sometimes I haven't treated people with dignity and respect. But the reason why you treat people with dignity and respect is not necessarily for them, but for you. So you can maintain neural clarity, so you can set and maintain high standards and be the best at what you do. When you disrespect someone, it takes neurotoxicity to make that happen. And then there's this recovery time. Now, you disrespected somebody, the last thing you're going to do if you did it on purpose is to apologize, even though you could be wrong. And it just creates this nice little tension that people that are addicted to drama and chaos love. So they will be disrespectful just because it rewards them in their manufactured dopamine. That's why reality TV show is so popular now. Back in the day, good morning, Regina. Back in the day, it was soap operas, and it's this drama, and it's, oh, I'm gonna snatch your wig off now. I'll punch you in the face, and all these other things, because it's this nice dopamine boost. And then it leaves you kind of flat. Now you got to decide what else to do. So, right now, in the world, people are disrespecting each other. You disrespect me, I'm gonna disrespect you. You disrespect me, I'm not gonna treat you. You don't deserve any dignity. Fuck you and your dignity. And all it does is pour gasoline on a 15 alarm fire. And it makes the situation worse and worse. There needs to be a group of people that are saying, I see how you're behaving. Neurologically, I know what's taking place. I'm going to treat you with dignity and respect in spite of you being able to reciprocate. Because when you really think about how adults behave right now, it is a lack of self respect that causes disrespect. If someone happens to disrespect you and they have self respect, they say, you know what, my bad, I didn't mean to do that. I apologize. My amygdala was hijacked, or something to that effect. They will explain where the disrespect came from, and they will say, it's not going to happen again. My bad. But when someone has very little self respect, little to no self respect, then they create very disrespectful situations. A person with a little bit of dignity is not, good morning, Jerry, is not going to have the ability to treat people with dignity and respect. And here's an example that I will use that comes to mind. We have everywhere people live, there are unhoused people. Anytime I see an unhoused person, I give them money. But I don't give it to them like, here, go get you some dinner. I hand it to them and I look them in the eye and I give them the money. And I say, this is for you. And that's it. I don't say you're down on your luck. I know you're over here looking bad and everything else. I don't do that. I literally just hand them the money and say, this is for you. And I walk away. That part. We actually had to chase one guy down because he went in Rubio's.
Well,
And I
don't
said,
say
here,
we
Nola.
chased him down. We just had to
We didn't
find
chase
him.
him down. We couldn't find him. And then we finally found him. He was standing at the bus stop, and I rolled the window down and said, here you go. Now, I'm not telling you to go around and give unhoused people money, but I'm saying when someone is down on their luck, when someone is having a tough time, you still treat them with dignity and respect. Another example that comes to mind is when we used to do it. You're getting ready to speak, Nola. We used to do organizations, and people would be embarrassed at how bad their house was, how bad the garage was, how bad the room was. And then we would just say, you know what? You're doing the right thing now. Let's just get this taken care of right now. So there is no reason to kick somebody when they're down. There is no reason to just treat them indignantly because you just feel like you can. So with that being said, one more final thing is that this live is sponsored by water. I'm drinking up the last little bit of this bottle of water. I got another one right here. When I say drink water, you're going to go ahead and drink water. Let's get our first water rep in for the day. Drink water. And then Nola will take it away.
What I was going to say was that additionally, for me within my business, I definitely use treat people with dignity and respect. And a good example is I've had clients throughout my time that weren't necessarily in the best area or operating with the most amount of money, and I will work faster so that they could get things done at a reduced rate. There's times where I make sure I get stuff done in an hour so they only have to pay a smaller amount as opposed to dragging it or being slower or doing 2 hour minimums. I don't do that. And one thing is to help people out because I'm attempting to be affordable but profitable. And there's a balance, and there's a lot of people with like corporate greed and everything where they're like, I want my money now. And I'm like, from personal experience, if you look at Dollar Tree, Walmart, etc., those are all publicly
Below.
traded companies that are worth billions of dollars selling reduced products. So it's better to be at a, if we're just looking profitability level, it's better to be at a cheaper price and get more customers than try to have your money up front. It happens to me all the time. People are like, man, you get a lot of work. And I'm like, yeah, because I charge a flat rate. I do a lot in the time that I'm there. And so people are like, shoot, I'm gonna grab her. But if a motherfucker charge 2 hours and a 2 hour minimum, you gotta pay for their gas and their lunch. They're taking lunch breaks, and they're charging you for hardware and everything else. No, you're not going to book them again. So you're going to get your money once, but not again. Additionally, we treat people with dignity and respect. We have she's taught me how to do this, was part of the other reason why I have such good reviews or people come have me come back is because we take the time, regardless if it's a mounting organization furniture assembly, any of those things, asking people exactly what they want. And the reason why people are happy is because it's like, this is exactly what I wanted. It's where I wanted it. It's, you know what I'm saying? So at that point, especially with like mounting, people will be like, okay, this is what I want. And I'll either get the hardware or already have it. And it's like, that's exactly what I was envisioning. And so people don't get what they want, especially everyday people. So to have that, it makes people feel special. And so she's taught me how to do that, because there were certain things that I used to do that I hated, especially like curtains and shades and stuff. And now I do curtains really well. I make it look like the room is higher. It's right where it's supposed to be, the window. I got the right amount of draping and everything. So that is definitely something I've worked on. My feng shuiing has gotten better, so I can provide um suggestions with products and stuff. And so that's another example of treating people with dignity and respect, because they're like, wow. And just good customer service, asking people's questions, people remembering people details about people's lives. Like, we know a lot of people's pets' names, kids' names, what we were talking about the last time we were there. So all of those things are part of it. And in this sterile, automated environment that we live
Non-human
in, people
experience.
still miss a decent conversation and some care. Mhm.
Yes. Good
Additionally,
morning, Daisy. No.
treat thank you. Oh, sorry. Good morning, Daisy. Mhm. And so, additionally, treat people with dignity and respect is a true two-way streak. And so, people should get treated with dignity and respect, unless you are disrespected. And then you got to use another principle, which is hold yourself and others personally accountable and inspect what you expect.
Yes.
So Al-Anon says don't be a doormat either. And so if you are continually disrespected, don't keep doing it. So a prime example is, I've had customers that were rude in how they were talking to or demanding and how it is. And I'm like, okay, well, I provide 5-star service, so you'll get treated with dignity and respect this time, but you don't
Right.
have the opportunity to come back, for me to come back and use me again. You need somebody that's matching energy, and you can have disrespect for disrespect. You need the motherfucker that's charging for gas at 2 hour minimum, because y'all matching energy.
Mhm.
They disrespectful, you disrespectful. It should work out perfectly. So
Yeah.
it's a balance, because you do still need to have respect for yourself. And that's the key here, is respect. But everybody needs to be respecting everybody too.
That is correct. And so I
And
would like to go ahead.
yeah, you go ahead. Oh,
So
you're
what I
saying
would like
okay.
to, yeah. So what I would like to add on to what Nola is saying is this. So what happens with us is that people have independent contractors and people who have dirty hands with clean money. There's a group of people out there, and we've experienced this, especially for people coming from countries with caste systems. They believe because they left their caste system and they're in the American caste system, that they can now treat us as if we're in the caste system that they left. And so when that takes place, we don't participate in that caste system. And so at no point should someone be treating you inferior because of the work that you do, because you've chosen skilled work that requires getting dirty and getting gritty. So that doesn't work. And so sometimes, and this was before when I still had my 2%, I might show my class and at an appointment. And just a little bit, just a little bit. Say, right, mention where we live or
Yeah,
something like that. Just to, huh?
we've
You said what?
experienced all of the biases: racism, classism, sexism, people thinking
Yes,
I'm incompetent because
gender
I'm a
bias.
woman, people thinking because we're African American, we gonna steal some shit. And
Yes,
that we should be impressed with their wealth. And there's been times where I've never went to appointment because I was communicating with people, or left at the gate because people didn't want to give me the gate code. And I've said this
yes,
to people on the phone before. I'm like, I left the gate to come here. Okay, let's be clear. I'm coming from a gated community too, or I'm coming from a gated community and I could drive up to your house off the street. We are not the same. I'm doing you a favor. You're not doing me any favors around here. So don't think because I'm a service person that you got me in a certain price caliber.
Right.
All the isms,
Especially
yes. All the isms, all
or
the biases. Yeah, I said that to a
yes.
lady on the phone one time, and she cracked up after I said, I'm leaving the gated community to come here. I said, "You ain't doing me any favors. You know how many reviews I have? I don't need you as a
Yes.
customer."
That part. And so for the most part, we're probably 95% good. It's this little 5% that thinks they're doing something. And so in those instances, we are not going to come back. We're not going to break anybody's anything or do any of those things. But because of all of the isms, and then people are wrong. People will ask where we live and we'll tell them and they'll go, "Oh, well, that's nice." Because in their
And it's
head, why or go ahead, no.
It's a
Go ahead.
two-way street. It's a two-way street too, because when we do actually treat people with dignity and respect that are of lower income or are not used to receiving it, they don't even necessarily know how to take it because they're like, "Whoa,
Yes.
you guys are picking up the trash and you're cleaning up
Right.
and you're asking me and updating me on what it is," because they're used to being disrespected all the time. So
Yep.
that's why it is like, why are you helping me out?
Especially if I attempt to take the trash out. Now we arguing about who's supposed to take the trash out. 'Cause they're like, "I got it." I'm like, "No, I got it." They're like, "But I got it." I'm like, "This is not how that works. Where are your cans?" Jared said, "Give me my respect or I'm out." And it took Nola, she had to work her way up because I was more aware of the disrespect before her as an 18-year-old, 19, 20. She's just with mental illness. She's trying to get stuff done. She was like couple of years. So initially, I had to say, absolutely not, we're leaving. Grab your stuff, let's go. And now she can understand it ahead of time. And so the other thing that she has now started doing because of my perimenopausalness is she say, yeah, you stand in the car, I got this. I'll tell you later. I'm like, oh, they acted up in there, huh? It's like that part, like, okay, cool. You're okay. You're freezing. Okay, go ahead. Slightly. Go ahead. Okay. It's still freezing for me, but go ahead.
And so they were off of Boulder in the Whitney Ranch area, and which is it's not the best area. And at first she was like, "We got lost," and she texted me and she was like, "Are you still coming?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I am. I'm just trying to find it." Because there's
Yeah.
an apartment complex over there we normally go to that I thought it was, but it wasn't. Um, and so that I came in there, I had tools and everything, and she was like, "Wow, you got a lot of tools, and you did that super fast and everything." She gave me a tip and everything. She was like, "It's not much." I'm like, "You still gave me a tip." And so it was an interaction where she was concerned if where the area that she was, if I was going to still be willing to do the job and everything. And I'm like, man, she gave me a tip when she's in the studio apartment in the shopping center. And so that was a dignity and respect situation where she wasn't even expecting me to have that much good a service, and me having what you call it her giving me a tip too. So and people do say that, especially they'll be like, "Hey, it's not much," and I'm like, a tip is a tip. The tip is extra. So if you gave me some extra that you weren't originally willing planning to pay, I'll take it. I didn't have people give me a $6 tip
Mhm.
in cash, and I've had people give me $150 tip. Even with me now that I'm older, I had a mechanic that has done work on my car, and he had his daughters over and everything, and he came at night to switch out my battery because I needed it for work. And because of that, I paid him for the labor and the battery, but I gave him $400 cash. And then he looked at me, he was like, and I'm like, I'm a service person. I know how much that works. I mean, you had to wake up, get childcare for the kids and everything. So Yeah, so I do return the favor, but uh with the people that are highfalutin and disrespectful, they will do all that and not even tip. And so I had a lady the other day where she was telling me, "Don't have your shoes on, don't touch the couch." She was calling me gal, and she was like, "Can you check this chair? It's not working," and all of that. And she had slightly more square footage, also not in the gated community, just off a random street in a condo. And I'm like, okay, you're look where you are. You're doing a lot to be where you are, but she's thinking that I live in some messed up situation. And so now she will not receive service from me again because of the disrespect. And there's been people like that before where there
I had
were
to
a
stay in the
thumbs
car
down.
that time. I
Yeah.
was stuck in the car like a pet.
Yeah, and she was questioning me
Go
and
ahead.
saying, "How long you been doing this?" and all of that, and I'm like, "Bro, chill." And so there's a lot of people that not a lot of people, but there's been people who I have, thumbs down or block their number, whatever, and they've had to try to recontact me for something else, and they're like, "Oh, dang," and I'm like, because it's still a matter of respect. I'm not gonna willingly allow you to disrespect me, and that's what I'm saying is there's this group that because of caste systems, there's a group that feels they deserve respect regardless if they give it or not, and then there's a group of people that are used to being disrespected all the time. And the point is, everybody should be treating people with dignity and respect both ways. And you're never
Yes.
too high because I have had people with, I mean, I had a retired, pretty prominent, famous football player give me a $50 tip for a pretty easy job. I mean, I was just
Yeah.
sorting jerseys and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, he had suits and football jerseys. I wasn't really having to do a
Right.
lot and a couple pairs of giant sneakers, and that was it. So and once we got everything together, I mean, he's a
Right.
simple guy. He wears pretty much the same stuff. So there's that, and so you're never too high on your pedestal to be able to help people. And there are people that get drunk with power and turn into assholes.
Hmm.
I know some
Yeah.
personally, and so and it's like what I'm watching with House of David, and they say you ask God for these things, and those times people get on my nerves. Like she's always raised me. If she's raised me, whether you have a lot or a little, you give people stuff that need it, and you treat people correctly. And so I hate the people that have prayed and prayed and prayed to God, a higher power, whatever, for a blessing, and then they get it, and then they start fucking over people. And so that's what I'm actually watching on House of David is King Saul. And so I recently found out that he actually had a connection with God. I always know Saul turned into Paul and he was getting in trouble and stuff, but I didn't know he already had a pre-existing relationship and he departed. And so it does happen, and regardless if you believe in religion or not, it doesn't matter. There are people that are hoping to get blessed. They do end up with stuff, and then they don't do their due diligence, which is, as she always says, pay it forward. Okay, you were helped, now help people. They do that, and then she said this when she was at the glass breakers thing, is you broke the glass and you got in the room and then you closed the door so no one
Hmm.
else can get an opportunity. That's not what you're supposed to be doing. So that
Right.
group of people I don't like, and I don't condone that behavior. And part of it, like I said, I had to sever my own relationship because I was helping someone in the capacity that they would use their opportunities to help other people, and they did it. And so now I've
Right.
completely cut off contact because I'm like, I'm not going to help you fuck over people. You're
Right.
not going to use me so you can be successful. This was of the intent of you doing what I did for you, which is okay, now you're helped, help other people.
The other thing that I would like to bring out too as well is that Nola has 1,200 and something 6 reviews or something on
I think it's like 1245
TaskRabbit.
when I just looked the other
Oh, I'm
day.
sorry. Okay, 1,245 5-star reviews. People will book her, see the reviews, and she'll get there, and they will ask her if she has tools and does she know what she's doing. So that's a form of disrespect because she shows up in her 5'3"ness, 110 pounds soaking wet. And now they're questioning their own decision,
Not
having
so
actually
much
saw
these
the
days,
receipts.
but it
Huh?
did happen to
But I
me
know,
for
but there was a
about my
time.
first,
Right.
yeah,
Yes.
1,000 appointments
There
for
was a
sure.
time when that took place as well. And so right now
Well,
we'll open it up to questions. Go ahead. Do you have something else?
you could just open it up to questions, and while people are typing, I can say one other thing while you bring up reviews.
Okay. So what questions do you have for Nola or myself? Or just thoughts in general about treating people with dignity and respect? Go ahead, Nola.
You additionally, there will be people that have seen all the reviews that get there and basically just barely start working. I'm taking my tools out and open up the box, and they're like, "Man, the reviews were right. I want to write my review." I'm like, all I did was put down a drop cloth and open up the box. We ain't even
Do
did
not pay
nothing yet.
attention to this. Do not pay attention to this
Okay.
person. I'm
We
about
ain't
to
even did
remove
nothing
them.
yet. We just getting started. With the service ain't even really this the prep.
So
Yeah, this is
again,
the
there are
prep. We
two
got some
trolls
troll
on
people
here. Do
today.
not pay
We
attention.
got some troll people today. So it
Yeah,
does happen in
keep
every
going.
action has an equal and opposite reaction. You're like, what in the world? Why are you talking about the laws of inertia? Anyway,
Right,
all I'm saying all I'm saying is I have instances with people returning it and treating me with respect and disrespect too. And it is people and it is hilarious how people are like, I'm ready to write my review. I want to put you did a good job for me too. I'm like, okay.
right.
Never ask
They
for
are
a review. That's
excited
what
to be
she
able to
always
do
likes
that.
to say. And I'm like, why would I ask people for a review? But we do go to places and people ask for reviews. So now I see how it
Yeah,
happens.
never,
But I don't
never ask for one review. Ever, never.
just
That's
let
not
the
how
work
that's
speak for
never happened.
itself.
Let the work,
Hmm.
second mile service speaks for itself. That is true. Now, in my case, you all have been on here where people have actually disrespected me. And it's all because of the caste system, but also because of social conformity theory. So the two people who just got removed could not survive and listen to what was taking place because the Amy and Lala, they were felt like they were being targeted by something that Nola or I said. And so as a result, they felt they needed to lash out in order to balance that dynamic. When you become a real leader and you continue to not conform, you're going to get disrespected because you're not conforming. You're going to be told that's not going to work. That's wrong. What's wrong with you? You're in the wrong profession. You should be talking about that because of social conformity theory. So ignore them because the theory says you need to be over here based upon what you look like, where you're from, your gender. You got to be over here. You're not supposed to be over there. So because you've decided to be in leadership and you've decided to be a commission officer and be in warehousing and traffic and sales operations and now neuroscience and even certain business capacities, I get to disrespect you because you don't belong here. So by disrespecting you, it should be enough for you to go away. That has never been proven true for me at all. So some of the disrespect is you have the unmitigated gall to be over here talking about neuroscience. You have an EDD. How dare you? That part is going to take place too because it disrupts the predictability. You are doing this, so you must be this. Take me out of that situation, and now it's this. Another example is Nola has had clients that we would do stuff, and then they would invite us to something, and Dr. Donna would show up at the event that we were invited to, and then they didn't call it back no more after that. So they thought we were in one situation because of what was taking place there, and then they invite us in a social setting, and so the social
And
versions of us show up.
people
And
do really need to stop thinking all service people are broke, especially if they own the
right,
company, because there's a lot of service people. We have been to people's houses that are landscapers and everything that live in nice places. I'm like, if you're doing stuff hourly rate and you're charging $40-$50 an hour, even more contractors and
or more.
everything,
Hmm.
why would you? Well, I said or more, yeah,
Yeah.
and why would you be destitute? That there's good money in that. There's
Yes.
definitely money to be
That part.
made.
Okay. So I don't have anything else. You
What
okay?
level of disrespect should you celebrate? Should you finish the job or just leave? We will get to finish the job most times,
Mhm.
unless it's just
Yes.
crazy, like either like super unclean conditions or something like, or if somebody's like just being impossible. We had one person that was like, "Don't be loud, don't be there." I'm like, okay, well, in a minute, we're not gonna be able to do our job because it's, and we'll still be respectful. I get, like, we've had a couple people that have newborn babies, so we'll work in the garage so they don't hear the drill and stuff. But there, we had one lady that her dog had a heart condition, and she was telling us to put booties on, and she was like, "Don't be loud because he just had a heart attack and all that." And I'm like, dude, we how are we gonna get this put together
A metal
without?
bunk bed. Right. So we left and didn't start.
They do
And
kick the
so what
ladder they
happened?
just used to come up. Yes, Bridget.
Yes. So what happens is we finish the job because what we can what happens is initially I will come in, feel the energy, and do like this to Nola. And so she knows we're done. And then sometimes I do like this. They come in and pour their hearts out to me. I find out what's
Mhm.
actually taking place, and then I say, okay, cool. I understand what's taking place. So it's been, I mean, it's rare at this point now to get that disrespect, but it still does take place. And the reason why we don't do it is because initially, when I was when she first started this, I was using my experience as having a job and thinking that we had to take it. And then once I understood what it meant to be an independent contractor, which is totally different, I'm like, no, you don't have to put up with this nonsense. You never have to see them again. That's why Task Rabbit allows you to do a thumbs down. So that part. No, you said
What
you were about to say something.
Uh, yeah, additionally, it's either we end up finding people truly are an asshole, or they might just be having a bad day or a bad time. Because
Yes.
we have had people
Yes.
that are like going through divorce or all the, having problems with children or whatever. Then it's like, okay, you just got a lot going on right now. I get it.
Right.
Mhm.
That part. And then the other thing that I would like to say, that might be going
Yeah,
through, yeah, they might be going through some trauma and we don't see them. What
yeah,
do you
we've
mean by
had
we
people
don't see
have.
them, Bridget? Huh? And then the final thing that I would like to address is so
Yeah, it's case by
is case
case.
by case. It is.
Yeah,
It
we
is.
gotta assess it
Now the
and
other
collaborate.
disrespect, yes. The other disrespect that I would like to bring to your attention is your familial disrespect. So the disrespect that you do to your significant other, your children, your family members, your siblings. And this came up when we were talking about talk to people and not at people. So that's disrespectful. And that's the disrespect that goes unchecked all the time. You have adult children, and just because there's a 29.5 year age gap between Nola and I, she's still a 23-year-old adult. And that part is true. So, me being 52, about to be 53 this year, my mother never ever gave me the respect that I actually deserved as a human being, as a grown person, or as an adult. She just say whatever, do whatever, and you're supposed to take it because they're your parents or because you're the parent and they're your adult child. That goes unchecked all the time. Adults are adults. And the example that I use is Regina is the oldest on the live, Nola is the youngest, and we're somewhere in the middle. If we all go and commit a crime and stand up in front of the judge, we do it together, it's a heist, we all get in time. They're not gonna be like, well, no, you're the youngest. Regina, you're the oldest. You two get less time. The ones in the middle
Well,
gonna take your time on.
check what Bridget's saying in the comments. She's typing stuff.
Yes,
So
like
she said,
yesterday, the person thought you were something you are not. Who did
and
that,
did you see the
Bridget?
one above that?
Hmm. People will look at you and judge you immediately. Yes, ma'am. And that's the brain doing that with pattern recognition. The brain wants shortcuts. So, because of social conformity theory, if you see somebody and they present as this, then you get to say, oh, this person must be this. And I've said this before. If I'm in a simple clothes working with Nola, I get treated one way. If I'm Dr. Donna in my own clothes, I get treated another way because social conformity theory that says, I see this, so this must be true. So it happens in your family, and that's something. Huh, that's that it happens with your family and your friends. So it happens with your family and your friends, and you're unaware of it, but it is disrespect Because if you're always cracking joke on a smart one, you're always cracking jokes on a broke one, you're always cracking jokes on the one that's always trying to empower people and everything, that's still disrespect. And the person creates a somatic marker for that. And as a result of that, it's kind of strained. The relationship is strained. So I can't be my full self around this person. I can't bring this to them because they're going to laugh at me. So check that. Adult parent relationships, adult children with parents, that relationship is extremely, I'm going to still call you Bookie. I don't care what you want when I attempted broke or uneducated. Yes. So people had a hard time, family members and friends calling me Dr. Donna. I remember when you was Dee Dee. I'm not Dee Dee anymore. I'm not. Dee Dee didn't been through a lot. I went to school for 23 years. We're gonna call me Dr. Donna, or we're not gonna call me. So you won't let the person grow up. They won't let you grow old gracefully, and so it becomes this very dysfunctional, dysregulated, less than dignity, disrespectful situation, and that's no brainer. So it applies in professional and personal situations. Treat people. It didn't say people at the job. It didn't say people on the street, strangers, people with dignity and respect. And to Nola's point, the number one principle of real leadership is to hold yourself and others personally accountable. So when people come to this live, like the two that are no longer going to be able to be available, be able to see this channel, you don't get to be a doormat and let everybody walk all over you and say, well, I'm going to still treat you with dignity and respect. No, hold people personally accountable first, and then treat people with dignity and respect. Go ahead, Nola. You have something else to say.
I got two things I want to say real quick. One from Bridget talking about the people see you and judge you. So yesterday I got a car. And so I came in with my fresh haircut. I don't know if you can see my earrings. So the icebergs, LOL, with this Allen Iverson t-shirt and some Stonewash jeans with a Scarface bomber jacket and some red Converse. So if I came in there, people probably thought I had one credit score.
Don't say what your credit score is online because then people be coming for you. But go ahead. I'm
Okay.
saying don't say what it
But
is.
it was good. Yeah, I'm in the green. And so it definitely did not match what I was looking. And so that's one of those things. Yeah, they are stuck in the comfort zone by not growing. And that's one of those things where people will look at you and be like, hey, you got this, that, not, you're paying, you paid all your car notes and insurance on time, up to date registration and stuff. Because people thought I probably came in there with a busted, dented up Nissan Altima with the license plate missing. With some sun damage at the top. So
Right. Gotta be the sun.
additionally, what I
And the
wanted to
tent
say
peeling.
is not right.
The tent peeling
Right,
off. Yeah.
that purple tint was when it was the wrong color to begin with.
Hmm.
Additionally, what I will say is a component as we discussed, the 10% of your time, the 90% of your time on 10% of your people. Another problem, if we're talking about disrespect, is people will spend a lot of time on the people that are disrespecting them on their lives, and the people that are actually treating them with respect get ignored.
Yeah, that's correct. That is correct.
She
Y'all
said,
are
"Y'all are
getting
digging
these
these
posts
posts
slow.
up."
Yeah, it's not, you're saying they're not coming in fast? Is that what you're saying?
It might just be us
We're
not
not
looking
getting it
now.
slow. Huh?
I said we might just not be looking at them. But I'm saying we're
No,
not
I'm
looking
I'm
down,
saying
looking
that
at the comment section. Yeah.
we don't own the operating system, so that would be on YouTube's end
Hmm.
if they're not coming through that part. Okay. Anything else, Nola? Do you have anything else? I don't have anything else. I'm gonna if you don't, I'm gonna
I
just do the
did.
two questions
Yeah,
for the
I
day.
touched base on everything I wanted to touch base on regarding the topic. I think we brought up some good points.
Yes, ma'am. So you all can answer your two questions for the day.
Oh my god, a lot of older Nissan Altima owners drive like they are indestructible.
The young ones do too. They all do. They all do. If we just get out the way. Yeah.
not the current one.
Oh yeah. You talking about the model? I thought you talking about the driver. You talking about the car? Yeah, we just move out their way. We see a Nissan Altima. We act like they're the doggone ambulance. We just move. Like, oh, because you don't care about that car at all. You already got 4
we
dents in it. I'm good.
we
You ain't got
actually
a
did
bumper
an
on the back of it.
appointment. We did an appointment where we got to see the phases. They had 3 blacked out,
Different.
dented up Nissan Altimas at varying stages. One super messed up, one on its way, one brand new. I'm like, we ain't never been to nobody's house where they got 3 blacked out Nissan Altimas.
Yep. Yep. It was. We pulled up. We was like, "Whoo, this is gonna be interesting." That and Tesla
No.
drivers. Yeah, we pull up and they got a Tesla. I call them Teslas. I'm like, they about to be a problem. They about to be a problem. Yes, they are. We have never been wrong. We have never been like, oh, you know what? That Tesla driver was a good customer. Mm-mm. Never. They are, yes, they are Elon Muskified for sure. Okay, here are y'all 2 questions for today. What did you learn today? And what did you learn about yourself? What did you learn today? And what did you learn about yourself?
I learned
You
that
learn
the
anything?
treat yeah, that's what I'm talking. The treat people with
You
dignity
about to
and
talk right
respect.
now? Are you gonna say it right now? Just go ahead and
Yes,
tell them what you
treat
learned, Nola. Go ahead. Are you
treat
about to tell them?
people
Tell
with
them. With dignity. Go ahead. I'll leave
treat
you alone.
people with dignity and respect has a lot to do with respect. And one thing when I was thinking about what I was gonna say last night. First of all, this is the first time I even thought about thinking about something I had not. I was thinking about I wanted to
Be
touch
honest,
base
it's one of
on the
74
actual
principles.
right. I wanted to touch base on how it's respecting it and the door don't be a doormat of it. But some of the items I thought of, it happened on the live. What I did learn about myself is I don't like people that don't use their opportunities to help other people. I don't like self-centered people that only do stuff to only benefit themselves. They can fuck off respectfully
Got it.
or disrespectfully.
No, it's not. I was about to say that's not respectfully.
Mhm.
That's not respectfully at all. Okay. So here are your 2 questions. What did you learn today? And what did you learn about yourself? What I learned today about myself is that I'm 98% there where trolls don't even it doesn't even register with me anymore. I just have like 2% left where it kind of like but I'm 98% there. So that's a beautiful thing. And what I learned today is that Nissan Altima drivers are drive crazy in Ohio too.
Everywhere. Not
So
just
they're everywhere. They are everywhere. So that is that is a universal truth. We were going to do some research on it. It's true. It's like moms and minivans. Afros that Miss done on the live. I will rewatch. You can just answer the questions, Bridget. What did you learn today, and what did you learn? Some of the live. Um, what did you learn today, and what did you learn about yourself? For the parts that you were there, you can answer that. Jared said, I learned today that if a person doesn't reciprocate dignity and respect to you, deuces. That's right. Go up to deuces and say bye
deuces.
bye. Say bye bye. That part. Yes. Say, and I'm saying bye bye. Goodbye, my love.
What song are you singing?
A guy. And I'm saying bye bye.
Okay.
That was before your time. Before your time. I didn't really like Guy, even though people love them. Eat, eat. I
I
didn't
know a
like them.
guy song. I'm just trying to think which one it is. It's not that one. It's
Daisy
one of
said, I
them.
learned today that treating people with dignity and respect is always a good thing. It is. It saves a lot of conflict. It saves a lot of conflict, but you got to have neural clarity to do it. You actually need a strong prefrontal cortex to treat people with dignity and respect. You can't, it's not just going to naturally happen. It's something that you have to create a neural pathway for in order for it to get done. And it requires very strong prefrontal cortex. Very, very, very strong prefrontal cortex. I'm going to come back on here. Bridget, are you answering the 2 questions? Okay. I just learned that I have anger issues, but I don't disrespect people. Okay, cool.
Son of a gun 6.
What?
No, I'm just saying the username.
Oh, the name. At Son of a Gun 6, if you want to work on those anger issues, what you need is neural clarity. You can go on Instagram and start a 7-day trial. Turnaround doctor. If
Correct.
you ready to stop being angry. I used to be angry too. A
Me
very
too.
angry person.
I was throwing shoes at people in the parking lot,
Yep. But neural clarity will
trying
get you
to
right.
jump out of car windows.
No meds needed. Bridget is thinking. Bridget
You
is
missed
thinking.
that. I said trying to jump out of the car window.
Who
'Cause
did that?
me. I was
Oh.
because somebody was messing with me.
Well, don't do it then if you don't think it's gonna work. Save your time and mine. Don't waste neither one of our time. Keep being mad.
No, I had one time there was somebody that was
Bridget
honking at
said, I
me.
learned that the pre-decision brain starts to analyze when you about to begin a task. Okay, I'm gonna do you one more solid. Watch this.
What I was gonna say is that I had one instance where I was upset because the driver was honking at me, and we pulled into the gas station behind them, and I got out the car. Okay, nothing happened. Words were exchanged, and so I have worked on that.
You have. And Bridget, what you learned about yourself. And see, in that instance, that person didn't bother me. They wanted to go back and forth. And I dropped the rope. There is no back and
I'm
forth over
saying
here.
that I'm used to getting yelling and screaming matches with people, and now I don't. So
That's right. Jerry said, I learned about myself. I don't intentionally disrespect people, no matter who they are, until they disrespect me. Got it. And again, once people understand how their brain functions and they become high functioning, all of this disrespect is going to go away. It actually is, because there will be no need for it. But if you have social conformity theory, all of the isms and all of the biases and everything else, you don't do brain dumps, you got all this extra somatic markers that you've just created in your whole life. Now you just wake up every day. You don't have a big enough why. You're not thinking 2 levels up. You don't have a purpose. You're over 50 and you're not working on your personal legend. You put all that together, ain't nothing but disrespect gonna show up
well, when
day
I
in and
was
day out.
going
Huh?
through driver's training, they said you honk at people to alert them if they like are snoozing at the light or something. But it's just supposed to be a little boop, just a little boop. People over here doing ah. I'm like, whoa, you're not supposed to. I said people are honking disrespectfully. This is how you start stuff.
Mhm. And just waiting on I was about to say Bridget and Daisy's what I learned about myself. I learned about myself. I analyze the wrong things and I'm overthinking. It's a good thing to know. And Daisy said, I learned about myself today that if I respect myself, respect will be given to me. Most of the time, Daisy. But again, a person who has low self-respect or no self-respect doesn't really process respect. That's going to come across as disrespectful. That's the problem. The more self-respect you have, the more respectful you will be. And the lower your self-respect, the lower your respect will be. Yes, ma'am.
It's also based upon selfish people. Selfish
Mhm.
people are disrespectful because they only show respect to people that can help them get what they want.
Yes,
And so if you can't do that, you're being disrespected.
that is correct. And it is because of a dysregulated emotional center because Amy and Lala want what they want. So if you think about twins, fraternal toddler twins, they're nice to you. Mommy, I be your best friend. Mommy, I understand. And then you say no in the grocery store. And then, I mean, not the grocery store, in the toy store, and they start acting like a damn fool, disrespecting you, throwing shit and everything else. That's basically what's taking place. Right. Emotional dysregulation runs the world currently. And you don't have to shake your head, Jared, because again, as I mentioned on the live, we were not taught, not this live, but 2 days ago, we weren't taught how to use our brains. So we don't know how our brain functions. So we're just functioning based upon witnessing other functions in other people and just took on that functionality and never questioned whether this is the way to function or not. So that part, that's a bar, Nola.
What's a
It
bar?
says something that was a bar. I don't know. Jared, type it in.
What's
She
a
didn't-
bar?
Clearly
what
it
did
didn't
I
register.
say?
Nola said a bar today. It doesn't know what it is.
I'll do that to her though. I'll be like, you should make that a quote or a post, and she like, what did I say?
What part of it? Because I definitely did. It didn't register. It came out, and that was it. And it did not register with me. So
Are you gonna
Jared
cut
tells us
me?
what
Nah,
the
I'm just
bar
kidding.
is, and we're gonna go ahead and bust the move and get on out of here.
If you want it.
Now, and I don't want the people in Ohio to feel bad.
Don't
Yes, I
do
do.
it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
So I heard y'all had a blizzard yesterday. And I just want to let you know
This is a
we did.
mostly cold climate live because you got New York and Ohio on here.
Yes. And be more with Lola. So we didn't have that experience yesterday.
It was 70
And that's
degrees.
I'll leave it at that. I won't tell y'all that it was 70 degrees.
I
won't say that.
I just said it already.
I won't say that at one point Nola just had her t-shirt and jeans on.
No, I
if
had
she
a tank
take-
top and jeans on.
And yeah, tank top and jeans too.
The
at one
problem
point.
was we wasn't planning on getting a car. And then I got
Right.
booked for an appointment and I'm like, really?
You 80s yesterday, 70s. Not the 80s, the 70s. It was 70.
It was
Don't worry though.
70s.
It was cold before that. It was in the 50s and the 30s.
Yes, I got a new Ford Bronco Saturday, so I got to test it out. I'm so
Gotta get rid of another troll. A troll has to go. A troll has to go. Oh, oh. We gotta go. The troll's gotta go.
So I'm fine with it today. Well, that's good. And she was saying I was already driving safer, and I wasn't a bad driver.
Yes.
Like I had no accidents or whatever. Part of it is just because I have spine issues and I'm so small, so it's just a matter of me getting in the right position to have control of the vehicle. So I'm not doing 90 in a residential area or something.
Right. It's
How
really her
people
turning. It's actually her turning because of her scoliosis. So that
Yeah, that
turning,
actually affects your wrists.
it does. So
Mhm.
the turning radius is what we'd be on like, whoa. Yep. People
How
trying to
people
Eddie
would Eddie
Haskell you to
Haskell
get
you to
what they
get what they
want.
want. Facts.
Yep.
I get it. That's the bar. I got it.
It feels like 9 here today. Yeah.
Oh
No,
crap.
you
That's
all are
horrible.
real. Y'all the
The-
real MVPs to be able to endure that cold weather. That's some strength. That's some physical strength. Y'all strong for that. You are.
It's one of those things where it's bad to hear on the news when they give you a weather. They give you a degree and then they'll say feels like.
Yeah.
They'll be
And
like,
we had to leave because I was getting gas one day in Michigan and the car said 0. And then that's when I was like, I gotta go. I can't.
they'll be like
This-
19 degrees feels like 9 with a 10 degree wind chill.
No, Jerry said, "Do you know who Eddie Haskell is?" I'm surprised.
I recognize the name. I really
Leave it
do.
to Beaver.
Ah, there you go.
Yes, the
Yes.
neighbor. Leave it to Beaver. He was always trying to get
I
something.
did watch the
Beaver's
show.
over.
I prefer Dennis the Menace or what's the one with the horse, Mr. Ed?
Yes. 32 real field temperature 10. Got it. So y'all, I'm saying y'all built different because that's what I was just thinking when Bridget said that about driving in the blizzard in her new vehicle. But you got to test it out. So there you go. That's awesome. It works. The Bronco, it did what it needed to do.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
The thing
Yeah.
is though, when we have people, I think
It's
it's 15. Lord. We do have people that do come here though during the summer, and they're like, God,
Yep.
this is too hot. How do you do this? Because they'll
Yep.
come and it'll be 120 degrees outside. And the thing with Vegas is it's dry heat. So
Yes.
you don't even have humidity to moisten it up. So it's just sun.
It's just fire. It's just hot. But the most has been is 125. We were on the strip one summer in August,
It was
and it was
26.
125, 126. It was literally 126 on the
And we
strip, and
had
people was walking up and down the strip with those big giant drinks and fans and everything,
and swimsuits too.
and swimsuits and
They
all of
said,
that.
fuck it, I'm
Literally,
going out in my swimsuit. I'm not putting
nuh-uh.
clothes on.
Mm-mm. It could be 60 tomorrow in Cincinnati. Yep, that's
And
yeah,
my oldest sister on my dad's side actually lives in Cincinnati.
she does.
She's a RN, right? She's a
Nurse
registered nurse.
practitioner.
No, right? She's a nurse practitioner. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. We don't get along.
You can't base that upon you ain't even met her. She was 18.
She was an adult.
She is 39-year-old woman with a child now.
I don't like her Facebook photos
Oh.
of herself. It's B from way back. That part. She was actually upset with me because when her and her father and I were married, she
They have misters up and down the strip. They do.
they do. Yeah. She she just did some stuff when they were visiting, and I had to work second shift, and so she was being spiteful because she was just mad that her father's existence was different than her existence, and so she decided she was going to take it out on me. That part. So if we ever come across each other again, I'm sure we can have a conversation about it and move on. But that part, our interactions, she was the daddy's girl and mad. It's not a
Yeah,
big enough
look, it was
age gap between
21
us.
years ago.
Okay, I get it. I understand. I will
About
hold a
to be
grudge.
22 years ago.
I don't care. I don't care. Not a
You
fan.
like your grandfather?
Not in that regard, because it was the energy. It was a marker. It was the energy. That's what I'm saying.
I
I
think
was
people
not picking up. She's a very highly intelligent young lady, so she was not doing it on purpose. That's what I'm saying. 18, you know exactly what you're doing. You're not confused. That part. Anyway, yeah, but she's very close to Nola and everything, so it's all good. She can be a good sibling in that part. I mean, who actually likes their stepmoms?
Yeah,
I
most of the
know
time they
very few
don't though. I
people.
mean, that's probably normal.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I was treated like the younger stepmom. Dun, dun, dun. It's not a big enough age gap because she's 39. I'm 52. It's only a 14-year age gap between us.
No, you
Dun.
forgot she's about to be 40.
Right. I'm about to be 53 though, so it's a 13-year age gap between us. So that part. Dad had a younger wife. We can make a movie about it.
You was the
Okay.
young hot wife.
Young hot
Stepmom.
wife. Yeah. Hey, hey, hey.
Oh my God.
Hey. Butter
tell
makes
her that.
everything better, baby. Yes, that was gonna be my stripper name. Butter. We got Butter coming to the stage. Don't stop. Get it. Let me see you. Hey.
I feel like you're too hyped. You were too hyped to be a stripper. You had too much energy.
I'd have
They
been a
gotta be
DJ.
calm. They
Coming
gotta
to
be
the
calm.
stage. I'd have been, what's her name on Madam's what is that? What's the thing with evil?
All the Queen's men.
All the Queen's men. Dime. That's right. I'll be coming to the stage right now. Put your hands together and get your money out.
Yeah,
Woo!
you had to be a host. You too hyped to be a stripper. They calm.
I know.
You
Too
you had
animated.
too much energy.
I'd have came out there with a mic and start telling jokes. Oh wait, I got to dance. It wouldn't have worked.
You needed to
Wouldn't have worked.
intervene, right? You could have been a
I'd have
hype
been the
person.
comic relief.
You could have been an MC, but you definitely
Yeah.
could have been the
Not at all. Not in the least bit. Well, first of all, I don't like sweat. I don't like people touching me. So that would have been, I'd be like, he smell like your car and funk. No. Anyway, I need a lap dance. Not for me, you don't. Hey, cinnamon. I'll give you some good conversation. You stink. Nope. Not me. Going to the VIP room. Not me. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Who you need in there? I will get my body double for that. I'm not going and doing
No,
that
you
part.
goddamn body double.
I
You can have a
talk through the
body double
curtain.
as a stripper.
Look,
The whole point is it's you.
I would. They'll be in there crying. Hey, Dr. Donna. They'd be like, hey, butter. And then they'd be like, oh, no, oh my God. Be crying in the VIP room.
No, the other problem you would have is the fact that everybody got to clean up the money and count before you can go home.
Yeah, not me. I would have negotiated some other deal. No. That's why it didn't work. Now y'all see why I had to go legit. Because I couldn't
Part of it,
participate
we
in
had
none
a
of that.
client that was a stripper, and she told us about it, and she got her own money machine to make sure her
Yep.
money is correct.
Yep. To count her money. Sure did. Definitely. They make money. Because they living good. They got money. Them dollars be stacked the hell up, buying houses. And yeah, one of them was so good, she didn't even need a car. She Ubered everywhere. She was killing the game. It's not fair.
Mom was going to name her Cinnamon. She's mad she didn't. No, that was a good call. What was the alternate? What did it end up being?
All right, Bridget, we got to go too. Okay. She said she had to go. We don't know.
Oh, okay, got it, man.
All
Dang
right.
it. How you gonna give us that and then leave?
And then leave us as a
I want to
cliffhanger.
know what the actual name ended up being.
Make that money. Don't let that money make you. Right. That part. Players ball. Players club. That's what it was. Latricia.
Okay, well, I mean that's still better than
Latricia.
Cinnamon.
Yeah.
That's better than Cinnamon for sure. I mean that sounds like a name at least. Yeah,
Right.
for sure. Cool.
Could have been charity. Everybody loves to donate to charity. Okay.
Yeah, Latrice.
Oh, Latrice.
Okay. See?
Got
There
it.
you go. That was way better. Way better.
All right. Well, you all go off and have a wonderful, fantastic, funtastic Friday. Your Neuro Rep is already posted on TikTok and getting ready to post your Neuro Rep here. It's just going to be treat everybody with dignity and respect today. You get
That's
to the end of your
easy
day before
because
8
I do
o'clock
that
p.m.
anyway.
Huh?
That's
You
easy
said
because I
what?
do that anyway. So I'm just it's
Okay.
a
Well,
regular
hey,
day.
say less. Treat people with dignity and respect. I like the name Cinnamon. Jared, you're giving away too much now. We did. You about to go back to the 90s and you like Cinnamon did the one leg up. Oh my goodness. Okay. That is your Neuro Rep for today. You're going to treat people with dignity and respect and get to the end of your day prior to 8 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time and type it up. Type in, type up, type in what took place today. Now, in the event that you are disrespected, you're going to hold those people personally accountable. So treat people with dignity and respect. But if they need personal accountability, Daisy just said Cinnamon brings the heat. She come to the stage. People stop what they doing because she about to ruin everything. She is the main attraction. She got a spotlight on the stage. I'm not guilty. You got to feel me. Jared. Okay. Got it. Roger that. Plausible deniability. This is a public forum. We got it. We
One thing
understand.
though, while we're on the topic, because we do live in Sin City, they got a street called Industrial, and all it is
Gentlemen,
construction like service worker offices and gentlemen's clubs.
that's
And I'm
it.
like, they knew what they was doing.
Uh-huh.
Because now when
24
people are
hours.
coming off of work.
And some of those places are 24 hours. They open at lunch for sure. They open for lunch and they
I said,
open
y'all
late.
done
And
set them up.
it's the offices. So it's the offices for all of the construction workers. It's not, there ain't no ditch diggers and shit. It's the office over there. So we know a lot of deals going
And
down.
it's
It goes
very hard
down.
to get on that street and
Yep.
very hard to get off of it. But there's a
Yep.
place there, Nevada State Recycling, whenever we have like devices or appliances, we take there to drop it off. And then we
Yep.
see all
And
of
it
it.
is very hard to get to on purpose. But they do have car service to come pick you up if
Okay.
you need to. Vegas got everything, baby. I tell you, it has. You blink, you think about it, and it's there. The chicken. I don't know if the chicken branch still open, but it was when we first got here. That's the benefit of that spice to create that heat. All right, you all go off and have a fantastic Friday. We got to go and build some stuff and go help some people out and be of service today. your Neuro Rep information will be in for YouTube after I go and take my shower. And like I said, the Neuro Rep for TikTok is already there. God willing, higher power in the universe. I will be back tomorrow, same time, same place, safe space, different brain t-shirt. You will see Miss Nola Rogers next week. Take care and have a brain-tastic day.
And they are. We know a couple people that work on that street.
They are. I told one of them they living in one of them got like a $600,000-$700,000 house. The pool parties in the summer, they listen.
And
they
she was a
Range
bottle
Rovers and
girl.
everything.
She's a bottle girl. Could you imagine what the actual
Oh right,
ones they're
she's the
making?
bottle girl that got the $600,000 house. She not even a stripper. She the bottle girl making that much money. Yes. All right. Y'all have a good one. Okay. Adios.